So, does that mean we're live? That goes to show how much I pay attention because, well, I thought we were actually going to do a preamble for a couple minutes and see what happens. That's what happens when you're not paying attention. Hello, folks. My name is Dennis Gleason, and welcome to a somewhat ad hoc television program. First episode, as you can tell, Youth Boxing Television. What is Youth Boxing Television? If I can say it correctly. Essentially, it's talking to different people in the area of Portland Metro, mostly in the Beaverton, that have been involved with boxing that aren't full-grown adults. So first of all, I would like to introduce my guests here today. I first have to my left, Jamie, and to my right, Eric. Thank you very much, guests, for coming. So who are these people and how important are they to you? Well, let's find out. So you, Jamie, are who?
The assistant boxing coach at the Beaverton Police Activities League in Beaverton.
Okay, and so the Beaverton Police Activities League, formerly the Westside Police Activities League, formerly the Beaverton Police Activities League.
Yes.
And so tell us, how many boxers do you have in your program?
Currently, as far as participating boxers in tournaments and whatnot, I would say probably about 15. In regards to how many kids we actually get down in the gym, anywhere between 30 and 40 on any given night.
Is that a normal number of kids that come in?
Yeah, that's about what we're getting about right now, yeah.
Okay. How long have you been doing the program as a coach?
Me and the head coach, Charlie Rios, opened the boxing program. This is our 8th year.
8th year?
8th year, yeah.
I sound surprised. You know I'm not. Not really.
Yeah.
That's only because I actually have been with the Police Activities League somehow or another for several years, many years practically. So you're saying you have like 30 or 40 kids in the program. Those are the number of kids that come consistently, or that's the number of kids that enrolled completely?
Yeah, we have somewhat of a turnover. Kids come in, they try it. Some people stick with it, some people don't. But I would say as a whole, we generally have about 30 to 40 kids down there during our practices.
So what's the age group that you normally would have in that?
You know, we seem to attract a lot of younger kids down there. Anywhere between, I would say, 8 and 14 years old, mostly, predominantly, because it is a community center for kids after school. But we have guys as old as 40 down there working out. So there's really not an age requirement. It's pretty much open to just about anybody who's interested. Okay.
And so the PAL boxing program in general has been around for many, many years. There's a claim to fame that Muhammad Ali and a couple other people that are really, really famous have been involved with PAL. Not sure if they're really in the boxing program specifically, but there's a lot of really, public people that have been involved with PAL, and we want to make sure they get a little bit of credit for the fact that the PAL agency has helped form some of today's leaders, and tomorrow's leaders as well, of course.
Yeah, there's.
So, if you had a perfect number of kids that were routinely in your program, are you good where you're at, or would you like more?
Absolutely, we want more. We're trying to serve the youth in Washington County, and I don't think that there's a number that you can necessarily ever say is too many.
Sure.
So we're always reaching out for more kids.
Okay.
It becomes a situation of what the program will support at this point. So those are things that we also have to take into consideration, but. We're open to anybody that's interested, definitely.
So now, when you say the program is open to, are you talking about the amount of funding that you have available, or are you talking about space, staffing, all the above?
I would say a little bit of both. Definitely, money comes into it because it costs money to send these guys to travel. Boxing isn't quite as big in Oregon as it is in some major urban areas like maybe Philadelphia, New York, or LA. So we end up having to do quite a bit of traveling in order to get these guys to tournaments and whatnot. We travel from Tacoma. We just got back last weekend. Spokane, Washington, Tri-Cities, Eastern Oregon, just about anywhere where there's something going on.
How many kids usually?
I would say generally at tournaments probably about we're one of the bigger gyms in regards to taking boxers. So I would say on any given tournament generally about 12 kids to an event.
And so that's expensive, I would assume.
Gas, hotel.
And you have the food, I'm assuming that's associated with it, and so there's so much other things that are involved in the middle of it. So If you're out there and you're interested in helping support, not only the Police Activities League, but also youth boxing programs, keep in mind that there are a lot of programs in Oregon that support youth boxing. You just have to find them. The Police Activities League, as Jamie just indicated, is one of the bigger houses in the area that do it, mostly because it's expensive to have a program to transport kids back and forth, to be able to get them in, train them, and have enough, coaches that are consistent enough to do it. So one last thing before I go and start talking to one of the boxers, and I might come back to you again before we go to our break, but as part of being a coach, there's a lot of people that talk about the value of a somewhat violent type of sport, but we all know that there's more to it when you get behind the scenes. What kind of value do you see boxing that can bring to the community, to the kids, or to the what kind of values they get taught, or what have you? What value is it?
This isn't professional boxing. This is amateur Olympic-style boxing. Guys wear gloves. They've got headgear and protectors and whatnot. So it is our first and foremost, the first thing we practice down there in the gym is obviously safety. Sure. As far as the boxing program itself, I would say we attract a different type of kid that's not typically a baseball, basketball, or football player. Most of the kids in our gym, they box. We might have a couple that play soccer every once in a while, but so I think the benefit to our program is we attract a certain type of kid that wouldn't normally be interested in something like baseball, football, or. And
boxing's not available at like schools. I mean, is it?
It isn't. No, unfortunately, it was back years ago. But which is unfortunate because the wrestling is real big in the high schools, but somewhere along the line, and I'm sure a lot of it has to do with some of the corruption in professional boxing that gives amateur Olympic-style boxing a bad name. Sure. But if you actually looked at amateur-style boxing in the list of injuries, it's actually just about lower than anything. I had read that there's more accidents in badminton than actually
Can you imagine having a badminton accident?
Yeah.
What'd you do? Well, I pulled a shoulder, and when I did that, I pulled a hamstring. I fell and broke my ankle.
Yeah, like I said, our inception is we've been open for 8 years, and we haven't had a single accident claim or anything the entire time we've been there.
So that's good for those people out there too that are concerned about boxing being potentially a violent sport. Is that it's like any other team-related type of event that has individuals with goals. Is that if you learn how to do it correctly and safely, that you learn a lot from it because correct me if I'm wrong. These kids can't swear, they can't yell, they can't scream, they can't get mad, they can't hit people arbitrarily. If they do, they're out of the program, right?
We run a very disciplined program at our gym. Absolutely.
Obviously, with the Police Activities League supported by a lot of local law enforcement, that's the opposite of what the goal is by the agency. And so, if you're thinking about whether you should or not, just think about what the real purpose of the program is. It's not to beat anyone up. It's simply to be the best they can be. So,
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Jamie. I want to thank you for taking your time to come here today and as a coach to speak with us.
Thank you.
Really briefly, you're going to cover for somebody that's not here today. Would you be able to cover really quickly for the person that's not able to be on the show?
Unfortunately, Alex Flores, one of the boxers that had advanced to regionals, wasn't able to make it tonight. So we want to say, Alex, hey, how you doing, buddy? Give you a shout out.
There you go. I want to make sure everyone gets a chance to at least get their name out there. So thank you very much. So now I'm going to go to my other guest here. I have Eric Estrada. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, Eric, go ahead and tell the audience, camera 2 or camera 3, who are you, and give us a little bit of information about you.
Well, hi, my name is Eric Estrada, and the school I go to, the name is Peter Bosco Elementary School, and my favorite sport is boxing. I've been in boxing 4 years. 4 years, and how old are you now? 11.
So since 7 years old, you've been in boxing.
8.
8
years old.
8 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't do the math. That's okay. So, why boxing?
Because that's the sport we chose, and we.
Who's we?
Huh? My mom and my dad.
And your brother have anything to do with it?
He'll
So we'll find out later. We're going to talk to his brother. So So does that help you have an older brother that's in boxing too?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys spar a lot.
Yeah. He like helps me like the punches I don't get right. He like shows me how to make them.
Sure. Now, what you just went to a regional competition, and so what place did you get in for?
Huh?
What place did you get?
Second place.
Second place.
Yeah.
And what weight class is that?
70 pounds.
70 pounds, so 70, 75?
Yeah.
And for the 10, you were 10 at the time, right?
Yeah.
So it would be the 10-year-old range. Wow. I never had any kind of that much energy when I was your age. I used to do swimming and stuff, but boxing, that's got to be pretty tough. So, well, that's great. So now you didn't get first place, which means you didn't move on to nationals. You bummed about that?
Huh?
You bummed about not going to nationals?
It's still the same thing. I'm good.
You're good. There you go. You heard him say he is just good. He's not good or bad about it. That's good, because having a positive attitude will help you get to the next level.
Yeah.
And I think we can all attest to the fact that usually the first time going at something, you're learning the ropes. You're trying to understand what it is you did wrong. You can spar all day. You can talk with people all the time. But it's really, at the end of the day, what did you learn from the experience? So now, is it your goal to continue boxing throughout grade school, middle school, and high school years?
Yeah.
And what are you going to place next year?
I'm probably gonna keep doing boxing.
Yeah, but are you going to place higher than second?
Yeah.
You going to get first?
Yeah.
First place? So if you're gonna like point to the outfield like you do in baseball and say, next year, first place, mark my words, stand on my way. So all the other people that are now in the 11-year-old class for next year's regionals, in whatever weight class, you gotta watch out, because here comes Eric. He's gonna get you. He's got your number. So you got a chance here to say hi to all your friends at school or whoever might be watching. So go ahead and look at camera number 2 there, and actually they changed it to 3. Go ahead and look at 3 here and say hi to all your friends at school.
Hi to my friends and my family that's watching this, and that's all I have to.
So this is first time on TV?
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, first time. Is it fun?
Yeah.
A little nervous? No, not really.
too much.
I'm a boxer. How could television bother me? Is there anything else you'd like to say about how the PAL Club has helped you in your boxing? And
My coaches and my parents, they like encourage us to keep going on and not.
this guy too?
Huh? Yeah. Jim. He encourages
This
us.
guy? He helps you? Yeah?
Yeah.
Apparently you help him. Oh,
All
that's what he says.
All coaches help us.
All your coaches do?
Yeah. To
Now,
encourage.
Charlie, you work with Charlie too?
Yeah.
Charlie Rios. Yeah. There's lots of coaches down there, which is fantastic. I mean, you get a lot of volunteer coaches, to stick with it. So, anything else you'd like to say about boxing or the program? That's cool. That's cool. I got it. So, with that, I'm going to get ready for taking a break. We don't have a lot of time. We got to transition and stuff like that. Any last words you want to say? Any inspirational points you want to talk about?
I would just say, for me, it's I'm inspired by these kids just as much as anything, and it for me, it's I volunteer while I do this, but I really get a lot out of it. We have a great team down there. All the coaches, Coach Lorenzo and Vince, and the parents. We really have a great team down there, and the team is also the family, friends, and everybody that's a part of it. PAL, everybody that is, we appreciate it. So thank you very much.
So I hear some of the parents sometimes drive their kids all the way to the events too.
Oh yeah, they're the Efren's parents. They're just hardcore. They drive to Montana, and
That's got to be a long drive.
Absolutely was, yeah.
That's got to be some really dedicated parents that are willing to drive that far for their kids for an activity. So
We have a great team.
Definitely very much appreciate it, because I know that with gas prices right now, you need a bank loan to pay for your car just to drive it. So we got the break graphic up there, so we're going to go ahead and have the break here shortly. Thank you very much again.
Thank you
very much. And we're going to come back in just a minute after our break with a couple more people to entertain you. Thank you very much, folks, and enjoy the credits during the break. And looks like we're back live. At least I hope we are. Hello, and this is Dennis Gleason, and welcome back to boxing or youth boxing television. I am, of course, the host, Dennis Gleason, and I'm here with some talented individuals talking about the boxing program that they participate in. So, with no further ado, let me go ahead and talk to our new guests. I have to my left, you are
Efren Estrada.
Efren Estrada?
Yeah.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about yourself, Efren.
Well, I go to J.B. Thomas Middle School. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you guys for giving me this opportunity to be here.
Sure.
So, I go to J.B. Thomas Middle School. I'm in the Beaverton Resource Center, Beaverton PAL.
Sure.
I'm a boxer there.
How old are you?
I'm 13 years old.
13?
Yeah.
How long have you been boxing?
I've been approximately for 6 years already.
Are you any good at it?
Oh, well, at least I think so. Yeah.
At least you're not modest about it. So you've been involved for obviously a while.
Yeah.
And has it always been with PAL?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you had to pick one thing out of the boxing program that you think is the reason why you come back every day, what would that reason be?
Well, because they helped me a lot. A lot of perseverance, a lot of time,
Sure.
too. Well, that's because I'd be back in boxing.
So you're pretty good at boxing, and for those of us that don't know specifically, but we just had the regional competition. We talked about that already. At regionals, in your weight class, in your age group, what did you place?
First place.
First place?
Yeah.
Nothing
So,
higher? That's it, top dog.
Yep.
And what class was that? What weight class?
That was in 101 to 105.
101 to 105.
105, yeah.
And did you easily make that bracket, or did you have
Not easy.
really to work on that one?
Yeah, a lot of work. Yep. Because you never know. You never know who are you going to fight.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, is it sometimes hard to stay in your weight class, too?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes.
I know that sometimes, depending on what you eat the day
Yep.
before, sometimes that can dictate whether or not you're going to be even close to your weight class. And so, have you ever had that problem where you've had to lose a lot of weight really quickly or gain it to get into your weight class?
Yes.
Did you recently, or?
Well, 1 or 2 years ago, I was gonna advance to regionals, and just by a couple 1 or 2 ounces, I didn't make it because.
Ouch.
Yep.
1 or 2 ounces?
Yeah, around 1 or 2
I
ounces.
can't even make up my mind in that much space.
Yep. Yeah, we had to work a
They're
lot.
serious about that, aren't they?
Yeah, it was.
Do you make them weigh you 5 times to make sure they got it right?
First, we went on the scale once, so we can see what weight were we. So then we saw that I was first I was 1 pound, one or 2. When I went and back and weighed again, I still needed 2 ounces, and that's when I didn't make
They
it.
got disqualified for that?
Yeah. Well,
That's horrible.
I didn't make it.
I would hate to have to go somewhere and spend a lot of time, energy, effort, money, and resources to decide,
Yep.
wah, 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 wah. 2 ounces, buddy, you're out. So, does it help with your schoolwork or with getting along with your friends or anything like that by being in boxing?
Well, just it's something good you can get involved in. Something to put your time in too, because it helps.
So you think it's a benefit for you to be in the program, right?
Well, for me, yeah, because
Okay.
I like a lot boxing.
Okay.
So,
So if you were first in regionals, what does that mean? Does that
Well,
mean you go to nationals now?
yeah, I go to nationals.
And where's that going to be at?
That's gonna be in Missouri.
Missouri.
Yeah,
And how long from now?
one more week. It's
Okay.
gonna be on
So
Wednesday.
today we're taping on January 22nd. So if you're rewatching this after the national competition, the reason why is because it's already gone by. We have to record one time and play back another. But so it's coming up really close, and we just had you just had your regionals 2 weeks ago?
Around one or 2 weeks ago.
Back to back.
Yep.
No time to train in between. Whatever you didn't learn the first time.
Yeah, we just had this fight in Tacoma. Just barely came
this
back.
last weekend.
Yeah.
So you're just back from that because this is Tuesday
Yep.
night. So that means you go to regionals, you come back, you go to Tacoma, and then you come back, and now you got to go back out again.
nationals. Yep.
Wow. And you can still do it without actually, losing a lot of sleep, I take it? I'm assuming
Well,
you gotta get.
Yeah, I gotta get some sleep.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, what one thing did you learn from regionals that you're going to take to nationals so you can win national competition?
Well, I learned things about it because, well, you never fight easy guys. You can never say that you're gonna fight an easy
Sure.
guy.
I
Cause
hope so.
yeah.
First place in regionals.
Yep.
Only first place in all the regionals are pretty good. So.
Yeah. So
So, is there any technique or any kind of place where you're fighting at the regional competition, or you realized or you thought about later that, I could have done that better? Maybe where the guy got you a few times.
Yeah.
And, I should have had my hands up. I knew I should have. I just didn't have my hands up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's times there. Yeah. There's times that where you say that.
So, are you aspiring to be a professional boxer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just like getting hit?
Well, not getting hit,
Get
but
beat up all the time?
no.
What do? Oh, I get hit in the head a lot.
No, but yeah.
I mean, it's a joke, but at the same time, obviously, we know that every sport has its own physical,
Yeah.
requirements, and I have to assume that in order to be first in your division, in your category, you must, work out quite a bit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
How often do you practice?
3 times a week in
3 times a week?
in the
Officially?
gym. Yeah, in
Officially?
the gym.
And you do,
And
I'm sure, other stuff
I
outside.
do in my house. Yeah.
Your parents, you knock them around a little bit, maybe, or
No, they're the ones that push me too to do work.
sure.
So yeah, it's not all of me too, but my parents too.
So before you got into boxing, before you got involved with all the kids that you're involved with, all the different programs you're involved with, what did you think you were going to do with your life? Was it boxing prior to getting into boxing?
Well, first I was in Taekwondo,
Okay.
but then me and my mom, my dad talked about it a little. Well, it wasn't too much of a discipline. Not a lot. Not what my mom and my dad were looking forward to.
Sure.
So I liked boxing for my second choice. So they put me into boxing just to
Okay.
see how.
How you went with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I went good, and then my brother, he was in Taekwondo too.
And
So
your brother is how old?
he's 11.
So the younger one was in Taekwondo.
Yeah,
Okay.
we were both in Taekwondo.
Okay, you
so then my brother decided to go in
Go into boxing.
boxing. Yeah.
Oh, the big brother's going to do it, then I'm going to do it because, well, I need him to cover me. So you're teaching him. When we talked to him earlier, he said that you were teaching him how to be better.
Yeah.
And obviously, it must be working. I mean, he got second place. I have 2 kids in the family. Just 2 of you, right?
Yeah.
So 2 kids in the family. Both of you guys.
Well, just two in the boxing right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there another one in there? that's
We
not
have
in?
a little sister too that she's in boxing. And
She's in boxing too. The whole
yeah.
family's gonna. Mom and Dad, just take some
yeah,
classes.
her name
Make sure
is
you spar with them.
yeah, her name is Diana.
Deanna. Okay.
Yeah, and then a smaller little brother too. That he
That's
likes.
definitely gonna get
yeah,
into boxing because
Yep.
that's all he knows. Everyone's around him, fighting and stuff like that.
yeah.
But fighting appropriately, right?
Yeah.
You and your little brother scrap sometimes.
Well, no.
Oh, you
Nah,
lie.
Well,
I have younger brothers and I do all I could do to beat them up. There are no rules when you're siblings. You can't. No. I know that when you're in a discipline like boxing or taekwondo, or because I had taekwondo training as well, and I know that if you're in a program like that where you learn to be dangerous, ironically, you learn to be the safer person. I mean, if you get the discipline into anything really, but you're probably the more likely person to succeed in whatever it is you're doing just because you take the time to do it right versus like a bunch of white belt taekwondo people running around not knowing what they're doing and
Yeah.
you can hurt each other, whereas
Yeah.
if it was an inexperienced boxer versus an experienced boxer, neither one gets hurt because the inexperienced has no clue what they're doing. The experienced person knows what they're doing and knows how to stay safe. So you have friends in the audience, I'm going to assume. Okay, this is going to be aired in the Portland metro area, and we're going to put it on Google, so it's going to be available internationally. So 10 years from now, when you're a major boxing star, that everyone's going back and say, "Oh, I remember when."
Yeah.
So, is there anything you want to tell to the audience or anything like that? Any
Just-
friends or family?
Just wanna say hi to my friends and hi to my family too.
Is that how you talk to them in real life?
Not
No, not
really.
exactly.
Just
Not
first
so many
time,
words.
first time being in the TV show, so
Well, the first time for you
Yeah.
as well on television.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Well, if you keep on getting in first places, we would definitely won't be the last time. So, so thank you very much. I
Yeah, thank
appreciate
you.
it. I'm gonna
Thank
go
you.
ahead and harass my other guest here. So my other guest here is who? Who do I have here?
Engineer.
I'm sorry?
Junior.
Junior, okay.
Yeah.
And Junior, you're obviously involved in boxing too. That's why
Yeah.
you're here. What else can you tell us that inspired you to get into boxing?
I don't know. First it was my friend, but then like.
Who's
it
your
kind
friend?
Just some guy, but then he quit after a while.
Oh, okay, so he was a short timer and
Yeah.
you held with it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It was just kind of fun. After a while, just boxing, going places.
So, Junior, is that your real name?
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
no,
no.
yeah.
I was asking. So, what is your real name?
Eduardo.
Eduardo, okay. So, you go by Junior because?
It's kind of easier to say, and I'm a junior. My dad's name's Eduardo too.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
So, ease of use. That's okay. Hey, I'm Dennis the Menace, not because I really am. Well, I am a menace. Some people, depending on me. So, you've been boxing for how long?
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
And you are how old?
14.
And so, that's pretty good. And you did what this last regionals?
1.
You won?
Yeah.
Número uno, is it correcto? That's the only
Yeah.
Spanish I'm going to do for you folks that just are laughing at the gringo here. So, he's number one. How can you be number one? In class, right?
Yeah, different age and weight class.
So, you're different ages. So, what weight class were you in?
132.
132.
Yeah.
132 and 2/4 of 1 ounce. Have you ever had a problem? We talked to him about weight. Have you ever had a problem meeting your weight?
Yeah.
Yeah? Recently? Yeah?
Yeah.
At the regionals, maybe? This is where he wants me to say, get on to the next question. So, how much you want to embarrass this guy? Anyone in the audience want to tape in front of a live studio audience? Anyone want to say I want to really embarrass him?
Maybe me.
You had a problem, but you came over this problem. You were upper over or under? Wait.
Over.
Yeah, under is never a problem. You can feel over in lunchtime. So how many pounds over were you?
Like 3?
Like 3?
Around
You
there,
mean 4?
No, I think it's 3.
Around 3 pounds. Now he had a problem losing 1 pound, 2 ounces, and you clearly, if you got first place, were able to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Wow. Did we have some sauna time, or what was it?
Nah.
I can't imagine. I wish I could lose a lot of weight in one afternoon. So, you obviously like boxing. You said your friend brought you into it. What keeps you in boxing?
I don't know, just traveling and having fun. Just boxing.
Traveling and having fun.
Yeah.
Now, are you looking at being a professional boxer?
I'm not that sure.
You're not that sure. You're on the right road.
Oh yeah.
Yeah? So, just like I asked him, there's friends in the audience that are watching that are going to make fun of you next time you go to school and they see it. Because if you haven't opened your mouth and advertised, someone else will. What does he want to say to your friends? Right there, camera 3.
It's high.
No. To them, not me.
Oh,
Not me.
what's up?
I don't care no more. I'm out of the picture, literally.
Well, what's up?
And you want to say your family, friends, or whatever?
I don't know. Just like who?
Like who? Like who?
I don't know.
Okay, put you on the spot. That's okay. This is first time on TV too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta embarrass you. That's one of my privileges, being a producer and the host. I can do whatever I want, and well, most of the time get away with it. So, I have some trophies here on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what these are, and can you explain it to the
Like,
folks?
yeah, this is for 3rd place when we went to Yakima. For like how many wins we got for like boxers. Like the most wins for teams.
So that's the green one down here on the floor?
Yeah, for 3rd place. That's for 2nd place. I don't know.
You want to go ahead and pick that up for me?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get camera 3 over here and take a shot at this trophy here and see what we have here. It's almost like it's got dust on it already.
Yeah. It's
Who's the
big.
house cleaner?
Good question.
So that's a big trophy. Go ahead and put it on the table there so you can see. So 3rd place team, what does that mean? Does that mean overall?
Like we were like the 3rd place for that tournament.
So how many other teams are competing? Like a whole bunch?
Like
or
6. I don't know.
like 6?
I'm not that sure. But
Jamie, off stage, you want to give a real number?
15.
15? See, we always ask the coach to get the right answer. So 15 teams. 3rd place is pretty good. And see, all together, I think between you two, this guy is getting 1st place.
Yeah.
And the person that couldn't be here earlier, and for Eric, that makes 2 second places. So that's pretty good, I would think, for a small club, relatively, right?
Yeah.
So, what is this other trophy we have down here? You want to bring that up here?
2nd place. Oh, let me take this down. This is 2nd place. Bigger.
Yes, it is bigger. So what is that? What is that? What is it called? Inland Northwest Boxing Championships, 2nd place team. Is this from that regionals as well?
I'm not that sure. I wasn't here. I wasn't.
You weren't there.
Yeah, I wasn't in boxing yet.
I was a few fries short of a half meal that day, so I didn't show up for it. Jamie, can you help us with that? What's this one for?
That was a Spokane,
Spokane?
boxing tournament.
When was that?
I believe that was in 2006, maybe.
2006, maybe. Close enough. Anyone out there that's a boxing connoisseur, you probably know the answer, but you can see right there on there in the Northwest Boxing Championships. I'm sure you can go online and Google it or something like that and find out exactly when it was. It's under Beaverton Pal.
Yeah.
Possibly Westside Pal at that time.
Westside Pal, that's right, the former name. Fantastic. Wow. You got a lot of trophies at home for this team, or is this more?
These guys
more-
have more trophies than they would have been able to bring in.
Oh,
See, I should have the coach still here, but they had tons and tons of
I
trophies.
would have filled up your whole table.
Filled the table. But that just goes to show that small program as it
Oh,
is,
I know.
it's a great program, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, and
Well,
I wanted-
fantastic.
I wanted to thank too coaches. A lot of.
Put that down for me.
I wanted to thank the coaches, Coach Jim, Coach Charlie, and Coach Vince, and a lot of different, a lot of more coaches, because they've encouraged us a lot
Sure.
and helped us. So that's all I wanted to say.
Okay. Same with you. I mean,
Yeah.
your coaches
Just
help
thanks,
you.
just thanks for all the coaches and helped us to get up to this level.
Sure. And obviously, a big thank you goes out to the sponsors and the individuals and the companies that donate money, both to the Westside or the Beaverton Pal, formerly Westside Pal, and the boxing program in specific. Because obviously, without the financial, contributions and generosity of the public, then obviously we wouldn't have a program.
Yeah.
Again, we talked about earlier in the show that some people like Muhammad Ali and other people that have been involved with PAL at some level or some type or another, we want to make sure we understand that really great people can come out of this agency, and hoping that these two gentlemen here, the two I had earlier, even as a coach, Jamie wants to inspire to be a national coach. I'm sure if one of the PAL kids get going in that direction and get that place, that hopefully go on with them. So anything else you'd like to talk about? Any other inspirations or hopes and dreams with the program?
I don't know. I just want to say it's kind of fun. Just nice place to go.
It's a lot of fun. Do you find yourself, when you go into practice, that your mind just dialed into boxing? That's it? No. You're out to lunch sometimes?
No, just
I used the
just
analogy
talking.
earlier, but I can use it twice in my show. It's just fun time?
Just talking friends sometimes.
So when you're up against a really, really tough boxer, is your head in the game?
Yeah.
Yeah? Or else is dangling somewhere? So when you walk into a ring, you've been doing this long enough, and you're good enough, right? When you walk into the ring and you're looking at the competitor, you're staring at him, giving him the EULI if you can. What are you thinking?
I don't know. Just.
Oh,
Like,
no,
how am
I
I
don't
doing?
know. You know. You just don't want to tell me. Come on, tell me. What do you think? What are the first thing you're thinking?
How am I gonna win this fight?
Okay. Well, what things do you look for?
Like usually, how fast he punches and.
If you get a chance to see him beforehand.
Yeah, sometimes yeah. Just see like how he.
Do you have
his
any
technique.
real input you want to provide? Because
Like-
he's no help.
Like, what do you mean, like?
What does he look at when you walk into a ring with a competitor? What's the first thing you look for?
Size.
Size. See, now I did find something. See, I got you on that one.
First, his style of boxing, of what kind of puncher he is, his movements, and if he hits hard, to protect
It
him.
is hard. It's gonna hurt. I don't want you to hurt. So
Yep.
I'm gonna see if I can avoid the punch. Well, I'm a wuss. I'll say it right now. I'm a wuss. I will avoid all the punches by not even getting in the ring. See, I'm good. I'm safety first. So, size, style, coming. Anything else?
Or if he's a southpaw or a righty.
He's a what or
Like
what?
if he's a southpaw.
Softball.
Yeah, like if he's a southpaw or just like a righty.
I use right and left, so I'm assuming one's
A southpaw is usually when they ride the left hand and the like.
a right hand is with the right hand.
Yeah.
I got that part. The first part I want.
Southpaw is
Are
just.
we talking about like a TV show, or are we talking about?
Well, usually like the southpaw, like his legs, his right leg's in front. He punches with his right hand first. That's his jab, and the person with the right hand usually is.
I'm gonna mess my staff up really good. Get ready, camera two. We're gonna stand up, okay? Go ahead and stand up and show me what you're talking about, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Just like. What?
Pretend like you're gonna hit somebody without tearing apart too much of my studio or your wiring. There you go.
Oh, something like this.
They can't hear you, so just show us the action.
just like this for Just normal for a right.
How about if you punch? No, just kidding.
This for
You
southpaw.
might hit me. I know. I can
This
adjust
for
it.
southpaw.
Okay. So look at camera 3. Can we get camera 3
It's
shot?
a different
Just-
position.
So go ahead and pretend like you're punching camera 3 there. You get it turned on, camera 3. There you go. Go ahead and pretend like you're punching camera 3. No. Don't. Ugh. Pretend like you're punching camera 3. Look at camera 3. Pretend like you're punching it.
Just like,
Okay, it just hit you because you just turned to look at me, man. Look at camera 3. Pretend like you're punching camera 3.
just like that.
Yeah, you keep looking at me. You keep looking at me.
I just like,
Okay. Enough embarrassing you for the moment. We still have 10 minutes on the clock. I may or may not use all of it. So I've embarrassed him a little bit. Well, he's easy target, but how about we target you now?
Okay.
What is your favorite punch?
My favorite punch is, well, right hand to the head, and I've seen an opening to the body.
So picking a favorite, it'd be.
Well,
I'm going to make you stand
to
up
the
and
body-
show me.
to the
right?
body.
You realize that, right?
yeah,
Okay.
to the body.
Go ahead and stand up for me, and we're going to do it into camera 1 there. Go ahead and show them as if. Actually, pretend like you're going to hit camera 1. Assume the fact it's not 12 feet away.
Okay.
You blink there. Do you blink when you're boxing? Just curious.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. There you go. Keep looking at camera 1, not me. Show it. Beat it up. Not my table. All right. There you go. Family inspiration. There you go. You smile a lot when you box, or just because I'm embarrassing you on TV? Never mind. Go ahead and sit down. But see, that's all the fun about it. See, you got to relax. Go to the punches. Be dorky like I am. I just had more experience being dorky at it. So, well, I want to thank you guys both for putting up with my, my jokes, with bad ones they are, and embarrassing you a little bit. I want to make sure I thank everyone for giving us the opportunity to do this. Obviously, with the Police Activities League of Greater Portland, everyone else that's involved with the Portland Police Activities League, and of course the Beaverton Police Activities League, where the club's at. Thank you for giving us an opportunity to get these kids out there and show the program a little bit. Again, this is the youth boxing television program, and if you are involved in youth boxing and you're interested in getting involved on getting your stuff put on television, we are showcasing the Beaverton Police Activities League today, but we're more generally speaking about youth boxing. So if you're in Oregon and if you're interested in getting your program on there, make sure you're someone that has the decision-making ability. The email address has been on the show during the program, so send us an email and let us know what you think about the program, or let us know you're interested in find out how you too can get on the TV and get your students in there. Again, if you're interested in sponsoring either the Westside or the Beaverton Police Activities League or the boxing program specifically, again, email us at the address that's provided, or we can also put the information back up there from the graphics showing how to get a hold of the Beaverton Police Activities League, and you can contact them and let us know how you'd like to help us or help them with the item. So, anything last words? Is not a word.
No.
Next, any last words?
hopefully I win the nationals.
Hopefully you win nationals. That's a
Me
good.
too.
That's a better last word for that. Hope you win nationals. So, anyway, let's go back to camera 2. There you go. Yeah, side saddling directing. I do apologize. Well, somewhat. So anyway, thank you very much, everybody. We're gonna go ahead and roll credits. I know it's a little bit early, but I just feel like doing that so we can get out of here in reasonable time. Thank you, everyone that participated, Coach Jamie, and of course Eric, and everyone else that participated in the boxing program. Everyone have a great day or evening, whatever it may be. Thank you for watching.